I mean, growth hacking is basically the buzzword of the year at the minute. It's not as if many people don't know about it, but the issues that we definitely faced were how you actually implement it and how you get to learning quicker, because a lot of people say they do growth hacking and they run little experiments, but actually it's the velocity that you should be going at is something that we needed some help with. So getting all those people in a room, while they might have known bits of the topic, it was a mindset shift into just how fast you can actually get to validated learning that was really valuable about the course.
We started to engage in growth hacking methodologies, I started to read the books, started to talk about it quite a lot internally, and the training was amazing because it adds a framework, adds some structure. It's a real point of validation. It means the stuff that we've been talking about and thinking about is actually stuff that we can start doing, because the people that need to know how it works, like from top to bottom, everybody now gets this and speaks the same language. Having this common language, this common glossary by which we can talk is the only way we can work in this way fully realize what it's able to do, rather than just be books that we read and put down.
I thought, again, growth hacking, this is totally another industry term, right? We've heard it, we've heard agile, we've heard waterfall. These are all terms that pop up, and I was a little reluctant at first, but when I got onto the course, I mean, it really blew our minds. We couldn't keep up with the amount of information that was coming in on how we could define, how we could understand our competitors, how we could define how we were being seen by our customers. For me, that growth hacking course was really, it shifted my mindset.
It's better to build something and get it out there in people's hands than not build it at all, which is what would actually happen if you did everything to perfection. You end up back in waterfall development days because you're so perfectionist about your vision. So the growth hacking process is really good, especially for those perfectionist types of people, to actually encourage you to get something out to customers and learn, because ultimately it's whether people actually want to use it that makes it good, and for you to know that more than the customer.
I kind of came from a financial, trading environment beforehand. We were used to fast pace, but when it came to creating projects and doing pieces of work, they were always really big. For me, you know, we would go away and this design seemed to happen behind closed doors, and we would sit with users, and still there was this waterfall feeling to it, like it would come back and it would be this big thing that we would have to work on, and there was just no guarantee that it was going to work or that it was going to convert any more people. So I think coming back from the growth course, what it gave me was not only the vocabulary to be able to understand why we need to do short tests, but also to be able to understand the scientific process behind it. You know, it really is. Let's put a hypothesis together and let's assess that idea. Is it a good one? Let's put it out to market instead of having to wonder if it's good.
The real value is being able to map that theory very quickly to practical applications. Say, okay, here's a thing that you can do, and this is the principles of persuasion, or these kind of things that may move your metrics, but now let's understand your metric and let's figure out ways on the day to apply to your product that might be able to boost this. So ideas that we came up with in the course are being applied now. It's not something that we just parked, went away and went back to our normal jobs. It helped change the way we do our normal jobs.
It just gave us tools to be able to prioritize the work and ideas that were coming in from every angle, and also encouraged us to, you know, get up there, pitch an idea. It was hardcore when we did it. It was a lot of information that came at us, but the team that showed us and taught us were just really so grounded, and they've quite clearly been through a lot of it themselves. And so hopefully it's going to stand us in good stead going forward.
Too often when you're thinking about how to test something, you'll come up with an idea and you'll have your hypotheses and you'll develop a test, and maybe it'll take you about 3-4 weeks to actually get to that result. One of the really fun, interesting things were how you were able to tie together 10 different tools that on their own don't actually add that much value, but when you combine them, it allows you to just do something without any development time at all and get to learning in maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. We're coming up with ideas, different email designs, we've been experimenting with like length, subject line, and actually as part of this we've developed like a set of tests that we've now run on every single email, and it's been really helpful. It means that you're taking thinking time away. You know, right, I'm going to optimize this, I'm going to optimize that, and I'm going to optimize this next. And it means that we've been able to see results really quickly actually.
I have an absurdly long list of crazy cool tools that you've never heard of, that here they are, go and play with these. You go, actually, we actually could integrate some of these in our day-to-day working, and it could be faster than trying to build proprietary stuff. Because the pull of inertia, where you discuss this just amongst ourselves, is really, really strong, and you don't notice that until you have some outsider perspective with a completely different view on your product. So the disruption that's caused by people with an expert domain knowledge in growth hacking coming close to your product for 3 days means that you get ideas that you wouldn't be able to do if we just magically internalize this knowledge through books and things like that.